Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. It's for the second time because I felt like saying it again. Today is a big day because I'm gonna show some of a little teaser, a little taste of Speedy Guys. What is a speedy guy, you may ask? It is a guy who is speedy, becomes speedy thanks to the great power bestowed upon him. And yeah, that's the entire, that's the law of Speedy Guys. So, shall I show off the main menu of Speedy Guys? Is that something that you want to see? It is something very special indeed. I might show it. I might press the button. I might show it. Ooh. Look at that. Beauty and perfection in a main menu. 3 options. Select character, wardrobe and story, which is for some reason not even capitalized. That's right, we're playing an old build today. One without the real main menu, because the real main menu is probably going to be the best part of the game. And that's saying a lot. Anyway, you've got all these options. Wardrobe crashes the game, so don't press that. Got to remember that. It doesn't work at the moment. Well, not in this version anyway. What is a wardrobe? Why is there a wardrobe? That's where you can change your hats. Because obviously you've got hats, and I've already shown that off before. Anyway, let's go and show off the main game. Oh. Anyway, we've got our characters here. We've got Guy, we've got Phil, we've got Dave, we've got Barry, we've got Tony, we've got Rob, we've got Gary, and we've got Paul, and we've got Stuart, and that's it. And the numbers on the side there, ignore them. Please don't pay attention to the numbers. They're not important. And don't look at my mouse either. You're not allowed to look at that. What happens if we... Why does it say the names twice, though? Well, what's that all about? Why am I doing this live anyway? Why don't I just make a video? I didn't think that through. I could edit a video and make it look professional. But this is unprofessional. And that's what makes it better. Why do we have 2? Guy and Phil. Well, you can choose between... Well, you can't choose Phil and Phil because they're the same person. You can't choose 2 of the same person. You can't clone people. We can't do that here. We're not doing that here. But you've got all this. Anyway, let's choose Guy and let's choose... who's a good character to choose? Dave. Let's choose Dave. Anyway, so... Please, no, I shouldn't have chose Dave. I'll choose Dave anyway. Anyway, here we go. This is Speedy Guys, and okay, I've not tested this, but it appears I still have the weird lag issues that seems to always happen whenever I play the game while recording. I didn't get rid of the circle. I'm so used to the circle existing, I never got rid of it. Silly Billy. Anyway, this is Speedy Guys. You've got to collect all the coins, as many coins as possible. You want all the coins. And oh, look at this. We can turn into Santa Dave. And obviously this is what the second character is. You just can switch. In fact, wait. You can't hear any audio, can you? Why is the audio not on? That's because I'm on the wrong seat. Wait. This is working. This is accidentally working right now. This isn't meant to be working. Sorry. Wait. Can I? Studio mode. I think that's gonna work. Right. We're on the right one now. Oh, my camera's moving. I need to fix that. Anyway, you couldn't hear the game that time, but you could feel it in your heart. Anyway, this is what happens when you die. You get a high score total. That's not what it should look like right now. I'm sorry about it looking that way. It's a bit messy, but we've got a chance to have a quick look at the background. I've drawn this before. I've added windows. The windows are there. There's a castle. There's windows. There's a banana sale. There's a statue. This is the town area. There will be 3 areas in total in Speedy Guys. We're only going to see the town today, but each one has its own unique obstacles that you have to contend with. So, and that changes between flying and running. So there's different obstacles that change things up and make things interesting across the 3 areas. We're not going to see the other 2 areas yet, but anyway, we should move on. Here we are replaying the game. So now you can hear the song. I'm sorry, I made this, which is why it's not very good. But I spent a long time trying to make it until eventually I mashed enough keys together to make something that sounded remotely like music. I'm probably going to update this, but that's for the future. Anyway, as you can see, Guy just set on fire, and that's because his special gauge has charged up, and as you can see, his special is slow-mo, which I'm not going to use right now. But if you see Dave, his is slowed down, and his isn't actually working correctly. His is supposed to slow you down and like permanently slow you down in speed, but it doesn't actually do that. So you can mix and match between sort of who you've got running and who you've got flying. Mix and match them, and they all have unique stats, so they all control a little bit differently depending on who you've chosen. I'm not going to use this special, but Guy's special, and obviously as you can hear, the drums change depending on whether you're running or flying. It's a nice little touch. That's what I spent most of my time doing. I've just spent all this time trying to do that. Anyway, what does slow-mo do? So if we use it, it temporarily goes into slow motion. It's not supposed to do that. It's not supposed to do that. I'm sorry about that, but it's not supposed to do that. It's supposed to add a filter on top of the screen as well. It doesn't at the minute, at least in this build. And slow down currently does the exact same thing, but actually it's supposed to just reduce the speed, the current speed that you're traveling at. And I'm going to avoid getting coins for now, because I want to show you something which might actually crash the game, because I don't think I've tested it. Well, as you saw there, the camera zoomed out a bit, which is another effect that I've added. When you get faster and faster, it zooms out, which helps give you a bit of a better view of everything. but it comes at the cost, at least in flying, that things can get spread out further, so you've suddenly got to use the whole screen, thus making things a bit harder but also easier because you've got a bit more of a view ahead. And it's nice because you get to see the power of the clouds when it zooms out. Anyway, the power of the clouds aside, let's go and change our characters here. Let's play as Barry, because Barry's interesting, and let's have Rob on the plane. Oh god, why is he jumping so high? That's not right. That's not Barry. It's not Barry's jump. I must have messed the parameters up at some point. Oops. Anyway, but Barry is interesting. He's the only character that you can't stall in the air with, which makes him hard to use because you can't jump much, and it makes his jump a lot harder to control because he doesn't have any variability in his jump height either. So like, he just jumps that high, which makes it hard to control. But his special is boost, which gives you a temporary speed boost. As you can see, you suddenly go a little bit faster, and then it slows back down. Is it supposed to? I don't think you could really see that. I don't know why it wasn't boosting very much. Anyway, actually I know why it wasn't boosting very much. It's because it's low level. That's why. Another thing to bear in mind is that if you use your special immediately as you transition, the special effect carries on over into the next thing. So as you can see, we're now playing as Rob, and he, as you can absolutely see that the plane controls very differently than Dave when he was in the plane, and I don't think this is really how it should control. I need to tweak this again because it's not quite right, and for some reason he's got slow down. Why does he have slow down? That's not supposed to be his special. Nothing's working greatly. Anyway, I'm not going to use his slowdown because that might actually break the game. Anyway, back to Barry again, running. And I don't know why you miss coins sometimes. That's a bug, and that needs to be fixed. Remind me to fix that. And here we have some zooming out, and obviously now we can truly see. It worked! Is it gonna end? Gonna end? Is it gonna end? Is it gonna end? Why is it not ending? Why is it not ending? Hey! There we go. So that was the tension effect. Now it didn't work correctly there, because it didn't fill the screen correctly for some reason. I don't know why it does that. I must have messed with something at some point. But that is another thing that I added, and that's why I'd wanted to not get such a high score before. In the last run, because I wanted to show that off. Basically, whenever you're, say, I think is it 30 coins away from your high score, the tension effect plays, and it lowers the sound, and there's obviously you've only really got the percussion, and then there's a heartbeat sound effect as well that goes on. And obviously the screen goes darker, and It's just to put a little bit of pressure on you as you're getting close to your high score, make things a little bit more interesting and intense, which is fun. It's probably fun. I think it's fun. Anyway, I think the volume's probably too loud, so I'm going to drop that down a bit. I'm just guessing. I don't know. I don't know why J-Rex isn't here. He's such a stupid dinosaur. Hate that dinosaur. Hate him. He should be watching. He should be here supporting the Speedy Guys, but he's not. Disgusting. Disgusting man. Anyway, what else can we show? No, I didn't want to do that. Let's just die. Total coins. There'll be a shop in the main game. That's where you buy your hats from. There'll be other extras as well, such as a few sort of lore bits that are going to be in the game that you can buy, as well as some other cool extras I'm not going to reveal yet. And yeah, they're also the coins that you have to collect in order to pay off the debt, in order to save the pub. So collect coins, cover the debt, buy hats. You're good. Now, why wouldn't you just choose your favourite characters and just play as them? Only them. Well, the game has two extra things that you can't really see in this version at the minute, but there's two extra little bits that happen at the end of a run. And that is the characters, the individual characters that you've chosen will level up, which is based on how far they've run, so how far they've moved. So if you've moved 1,000,000 meters with Dave, he will gain experience and he'll level up. And leveling up basically just improves their special ability, so it will make it stronger in various different ways, such as who's got Paul? That's the one I want. Let's get Guy. Paul and Guy. So Paul, he has his special move is Magnet, which is what this circle surrounding is. I was testing it out and I had to draw the circle that shows the magnet radius. You'll see what it does in a minute once it charges up. There we go, and now it attracts all the coins within the radius until it runs out, that is, which appears to be never. I must have set that really, really high for some reason, or I forgot to turn it off. Probably the latter. As you can see, it works. It carries over when you go into the plane. Which is interesting. You suddenly basically don't have to try to get the ring coins. I nearly said rings. I wonder how many times I've said rings accidentally in this stream without realising. Anyway, that's the magnet for you. It's a powerful effect which really helps you get a lot of coins. Not rings, coins. What other characters exist? Stuart. Stuart might break the game. Stuart could break the game, you see. Got to be careful with him. Let's have Tony. Stuart has Money Rain as his special ability. So what that does is it causes it to rain money, and you can barely get any of them. And I shouldn't die when that happens. That's not a good thing. Right, is it stopped? I think it stopped. Should be aware that dying when that happens is bad, potentially. Let's die again, because we've seen that now. So, anything else? Any other abilities I could show? Maybe. Trying to think. Did I show Tony? No, I didn't show Tony. Look at that jump. Look at the jump from Tony. That's way too high. But Tony is supposed to jump high. He has the ability called Ghost, which turns you into a ghost temporarily, which makes you immune to taking damage. Temporarily, at least. And that's all great. It's all great when you can prevent yourself from taking damage. Very useful, very, very useful. It's getting really laggy now. I don't know why. It only lags when I'm trying to record it. If I close OBS off, it doesn't lag. I don't know why it does that. Like, thing is, I could just have like the most basic project ever and it will lag. Like a completely empty project that just has a square that moves about, and it will lag when I've got OBS open for some reason. Like, no other games lag. Everything's fine. I was playing Minecraft the other day. Can't remember what day that was. Fine. I played Super Mario Galaxy 2. Fine. This, it lags. And again, the ghost effect can transfer over to the other character. So if you time it right, you can kind of get that effect on the next character that you play as, which is really cool. Really cool. Really nice. So, oh god, I got scared by the tension. Well, I just broke the game by dying with tension on. Uh-oh, that's not good. Now there's an eternal heartbeat of the game. Oh, that's kind of spooky. I don't think that's going to go away. Oops. Should fix that. Phil. Let's look at Phil. So this is Phil. He doesn't jump very high. He's not a jumper, but he has his special being shield, which produces a shield which allows you to take a hit, basically, and then the shield will disappear. And again, this carries over to all the characters, so it's basically a shield forever. And as you saw, I just got hit there, but if I unleash it again, we've still got the shield. Now, I would show Gary's, but that doesn't work. I think that breaks the game. It probably breaks the game. But his is destroy, as you can see, he starts off very fast, so different characters also have different starting speeds, so that's something to bear in mind as well. Gary does start off fast, because he is a fast man. And his is Destroy, which should destroy everything, but it causes it to crash instead. Which is not what you want to happen, but whatever. I don't know why it crashes. It just doesn't like it for some reason. Anyway, should we have a look at the story? We've got main, side, and bond. I never got around to talking about bonding. So the guys that you choose, the two that you choose, will also gain bond points when used together. So, and you kind of gain bond points each time you switch and transition over to the other character. So, and that will be between the two characters. So if you've got, say, Guy and Dave as your characters, Guy and Dave will gain the bond points together. And when that maxes out, you'll unlock their bond story, which is a mini story involving the two characters. And that'll be the same for every combination of characters. There'll be a mini story for each one. We're not going to look at any of them today. The side stories are basically the same thing, but for leveling up each individual character. So each individual character gets a side story once they have maxed out their level. So that on top of the bonus of whatever it's called, of the special ability bonuses that they have. Right, main story. Let's have a look. Intro, why, Mr. Green, function reference, trailer, intro 2, intro 3, and intro 4. I don't know what half of them are, but I do know what intro is. As we can see, we've got the introduction of the game. I'll show a little bit of this. It has some interesting stuff in. This is the inside of the pub. For some reason, these aren't finished yet. The background isn't finished yet. I don't know why. Who didn't finish the background? Anyway, Guy is off for his pint at the Sluggish Snail. And after a long week, that's a nice wallpaper. Sorry. I just had to admire the wallpaper there. There's nothing that looks... Guy's here at last. Dave! How are you doing, bro? So, Dave is actually Guy's younger brother. And then there's Rob, who's been talking about his latest invention, which actually is something we've seen before already, which is the Robmobile, which is actually the plane that you fly in. It was built by Rob, who is here, the Green Man. And as you can see, there's animations to the characters. That was a cool little animation from Tony there, as he adjusted his glasses. But obviously a flying machine's impossible, as was proven by John Inventus, the legendary inventor. Everybody should know this. Tony knows it. And here we have an incredible lore drop about the density of the atmosphere in this world, which is different to our own world. Very interesting lore drop there, that it's not possible to fly. Now, you know, Guy's going up to the bar because he wants to. Here we've got another animation here. We've got Barry and Gary at the bottom. Barry was the one who was just drinking. And there's no reason to worry. They'll change their mind when they're done, apparently, from Gary. So Gary and Barry are also brothers. Gary is the younger brother. Barry is the older brother in that duo. It's all over. And Barry's sad because he's drinking in order to escape the pain. What's this about the pub? Well, he got an awful letter this morning. It's due to debts of, and for some reason, the pound. What I discovered was in this font, which I don't even think is the right font. I don't know. I don't remember anymore what font I was using. I think it is, actually. It's got to be the right font. That's not a normal font. It's got to be the right font. Anyway, that's supposed to be a pound sign, but for some reason the symbol doesn't exist in this font. I don't know why. I'll probably have to fix that at some point. Close down? What? No. Guy, stay with me, bro. And I'm probably going to leave the intro cutscene there just because I don't know what's going to happen in the future. There is more to it, but there's secrets that I can't show yet. Anyway, and Guy's now thinking, oh, what an awful nightmare. Because he thinks it was just a nightmare that the pub was shutting down. Anyway, I think I'm going to leave the story there. I don't think there's any way to get out of this. Poor Phil. Lovely day today, right? He just thinks that nothing that just didn't happen. Which is a very original story. Who knows how I came up with that one? I certainly don't. Anyway, I think that's going to be it for this mini Speedy Guys presentation. And we have one more special announcement. And let me tell you, you're going to regret cancelling your pre-orders. Because Speedy Guys will be available for the low price of free. I decided that was the best course of action for this game. Why would I do that? Won't I not get money? True. But it's part of a long-term plan for world domination. First, you've got to get the people in, attract the people in, and then you attack with world domination. And it also takes pressure off me having to make, such a simple concept and expand it out and flesh it out and make it feel worthwhile, which I worry about a lot every night. I think, is it worth it? So anyway, that's an exciting announcement. And that's not all. Actually, it is all. That's all I've got to say. I just thought I might tease a little bit extra. Oh, yeah, I wanted to make sure people could save up so that they could buy Ghost Trick instead of this game. So by making it free, you can now buy Ghost Trick instead. So that's it for this Speedy Guys quick showcase. The next time I show the game, in fact, I forgot, I was going to say another extra bit. I'm going to try and do a showcase like this once every month until the game is finished. And the main idea behind that is I just want to have a reason to sort of, you know, something to push me to show something new. Which is why I'm not showing a whole lot today. But yeah, the game should release within this year. So that should be exciting. But anyway, I think that's going to be it for this announcement stream. Is there anything else? I don't think there's anything else. Remember, wishlist Speedy Guys on Steam today, now, instantly, for the latest updates. Bye. I've not actually gone anywhere, I'm still here. Just waiting for this music to end so that I can I don't know, close stream off for real. And for some reason I can't be bothered to mute the mic right now, but I'm probably going to mute the mic in a minute. You probably can barely hear me because the music's so loud. I leave the end music really loud because I don't normally talk over it like this. Anyway, bye.